I will say it would have been really nice if the real question was this a comic book I enjoyed to read? You know, let's start with that. But
Who
you
is
know,
both writer and artist on the book. Let's look at the story so far. Young children Kendama and Mia Shiratori, brother and sister respectively, are gathering mushrooms and flowers while out in the creek, a dangerous monster-inhabited forest area. Hearing a bestial growl, they discover a ravenous young man devouring the entrails of a freshly slain deer. The young man overhears the children and approaches them, wondering aloud whether they could be monsters. The children bring the blood-covered man home to their mother, Rem Shiratori, claiming that he forsook his meal to protect them from monsters. Rem.
well, I guess I should have made it a bit clearer. Like in the original version of the script, I had sort of like a glow around his head and stuff like that. But I thought, no, I'll keep it more sort of subtle, I suppose. I don't know. I guess it wasn't obvious enough for him, but he didn't really approach them to ask them if they were monsters. He was repeating what sort of they were thinking and stuff. It's sort of that's why his sentences are staggered, sort of structured. He's like, he's trying to figure out what's going on exactly. He's like, are you enemies? Because they're like, oh, we're in danger. So he's like, danger? Danger? Are you enemies? Are you monsters? He doesn't even really know what these things fully are properly at this point. That's why he has no eyes in any of those shots. He's just sort of like basically just a blank slate at that point, going through the motions of life.
Panics upon seeing the young man's clothing, as it indicates belonging to Alabaster, a group of some sort that was wiped out by the Black Talons. But after the young man passes out from hunger and after her children vouch for him vociferously, she decides to let him convalesce at her home. So we move into the next day. Haunted by vague nightmares and fleeting images of a forgotten past, the amnesian hero stirs, awakened from his slumber by hushed whispers. Two problems with this right away. First, the adjective form of amnesiac is also amnesiac, so it's the amnesiac hero. But what's
Did you Google what the amnesian did? Okay, let's keep going.
particularly confusing is the label hero, as we've not seen the young man do anything heroic as of yet. All we know is that he skipped a meal and walked a couple of kids home. Makes him a nice guy, but hardly.
Well, I mean, I disagree. They said that he fought off monsters to protect them. They gave up his food and fought off monsters to protect them. I mean, you didn't see that for reasons that will become apparent later, but he saved the kids, didn't he? So we'll see. And I mean, you wouldn't be saying this if Stanley wrote it. You know what I mean? Like it's a superhero book. I think that's one of the things that I found a little bit frustrating about his first review. Was like he's giving me pretty good feedback, but just sort of coming at the whole book from like left field. Like this is a superhero book. You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, it's a horror book. He's like, this should be like horror. I'm like, that's not what Dunning King is. Dunning King is not a horror book. It has some horror-based themes and it has some stuff that's pretty scary, but it's no more horror than like most edgy, ultra-violent anime. You know what I mean? It's not. Its goal is not to terrify you. It's meant to be a little tongue-in-cheek. It's meant to be, there's meant to be a sort of a light under sort of current of mild comedy and irony throughout it. But I guess it's just lost on him. Now here we go.
A hero. This goes back